Hi Virgo, welcome to your monthly reading for November 2024. So, just to let you know, I'm still doing the daily written tarot readings available on Instagram and the YouTube community page. Where necessary, I'll put a link for that in the description box. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, that info will be in the description box as well. Let's get into it for you, Virgo. And I'm not gonna lie, I resisted this message because I don't really like drama, to be honest with you, but I have to honor the message. And obviously, if that's someone's story, it is what it is. So, as I was just wrapping up preparing the cards, I think I got the word. I don't know if it was sung or sing, one of the two words. And then the song, Don't Want to Be a Player No More, came in, R&B sung by Joe. It was kind of the version of it where I think it's the remix where he has Big Punisher rapping on it as well. As I said, I'm not gonna lie, I resisted it. I was like, no, I don't want this. This is drama. I mean, obviously, I'm sorry if you're dealing with something heavy like that, but yeah, that song came in. I actually really do like the song, and to be frank, the message, if you're just thinking of the lyrics in terms of what Joe sings, the singer, he's saying he doesn't want to be a player anymore, isn't he? That he doesn't want to live that lifestyle. He's found someone that he can live his life for, so he's not interested in playing around anymore. So obviously that it could be literal for someone that is the situation they're in, whether you're the player Virgo or there's someone around you who's a player. I am a bit wary in sense of the Big Punisher's verse on it because what does he okay. To be frank, I think the Big Pun version is I'm not a player, I just fuck a lot. I think that might be it. I'm probably wrong actually. I should check that. Fact check it in case I'm wrong. No, it's not. Sorry, I'm getting it mixed up. He says he crushes a lot, as in he has crushes on people a lot. Yeah, that side, if someone was doing that to me, I don't think I'd be that happy about that. But anyway, that aside, so the rest of the meditation, so this is the pre-reading meditation. I did get the message. Oh, sorry, I saw someone driving around at night, someone driving around in a car at night time, and the thought came in, where do I belong? That for that person, whoever that is, whether it is you or someone else, where is home? There was the concept of someone thinking about their roots and settling down. So again, it could literally be romantic relationship related, that someone's a player and they're like, right, I need to settle down, I need to choose one person, and etc. It could also be playing the field in different terms as well. So like if you've played the field in terms of trying out different careers, different social groups, in terms of your identity, in terms of commitments, you got a lot going on, and it's like, you know what, I need to drop some of these things or stick to one or decide what's authentic to me instead of just playing around and dipping my toe in everything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with exploration, but when it gets to a point where it's kind of, and this fits in with the daily message, so I'm recording this on the 29th of October. The daily message today, I mentioned something about going through the motions, and if it's just that you're going through the motions playing the field, then it becomes a bit pointless, doesn't it? There's no purpose to it anymore, and you may want to decide, well, what actually means something, what's important to me. So it might be playing the field in that sense. What else came in? So also a drama. This is a bit of drama that I'm not. Yeah, it is what it is. But there was something about someone, because of that driving around at night, someone hiding something. So playing in that sense, and not necessarily maliciously, but something where someone may be hiding something, especially those close to them, and it's time to admit the truth. And that could be literally anything at all. If you resonate with that, then you'll know what that is. I did, again, more drama. I did get the message as well that somebody could potentially be hiding a child. You know, like if somebody's got a kid and no one knows about the kid, whether it is your work situation or you've got a new partner and they don't know, or whether you're hiding the fact that you've got a child from your family, something like that, or someone around you is doing that, or the paternity of a child could be kept secret as well for whatever reason. Yeah, Virgo. So, okay, shall we get into your reading? We're going to start off with a message from the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle. Yeah, that was just, it was a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, and then we'll wrap up with a message from the Isis Oracle at the end. So what do we need to know for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising for November? Okay. Scorpio season keeps doing this. Every reading I do, something comes up and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Scorpio season, because Scorpio's secrets, isn't it? So, and we've got a new moon in Scorpio on the 1st of November. So it's a time when the secrets have to kind of come out, don't they? So yeah, it shouldn't be that surprising that I got a message like that. So let's see what the cards tell us, if it connects to the meditation message or if it's something completely different. So Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, what do you need to know for you for November? I feel like that's like 50 cards. No, it's not. Okay, take it back. We have the Goddess Circle, Wheel of Change. So I believe that corresponds to the Wheel of Fortune. And we have Mother Earth, Fertile Ground, which is the Queen of Pentacles, I believe. So quite a bit of feminine energy there. And I mean, the deck isn't just feminine. It's got the masculines in there too, but it's interesting. It stands out that comes out. So interesting as well. I was talking about roots, wasn't I? And that earthy energy, we do think of roots and family and those kind of things. And 40, break it down, and it's a 4, isn't it? 4 is Cancer is the 4th sign of the zodiac, and that is connected to family and roots as well. Okay, let me get you tarot cards out, and then we'll continue and see what comes out. So this deck was a birthday gift to myself, so I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and I'm just familiarizing myself with it. I have been using it, but I'm getting used to it. Excuse me, I may have to pause to clear my throat. I don't know what is going on. Every time I do readings, you're my 7th reading, and I've done them over a period of several days, and I feel I just can't seem to clear my throat when I'm doing the readings. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, what else do we need to know for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising? So, oh, I like that. 10 of Wands and Justice together is a nice combo. It definitely shows wrapping something up, and I mean, if you've got the Wheel of Change, Wheel of Fortune equivalent there, then that's a pretty good sign, isn't it? Right, 7 of Swords is there. That is the challenge, isn't it? Okay. This really does feel like the daily written message that I wrote, and I'm not surprised. That has happened with quite a few of the readings actually, where probably the first one I'll do for the day usually connects to the written one that I did. Right, so let's look in the book first of all. Getting a sense of someone freeing themselves from something with the 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 10 of Wands. But yeah, let's read from the book first of all. So the 10, the Goddess Circle card. So it says, there is a season for everything, and this is yours. If you haven't already received the good news, it's on its way. I mean, that's future energy, and it's the Ace of Pentacles, so that's a good sign. It is safe to celebrate. You deserve it. Don't question the joy. Do not wait for the other shoe to drop. Rejoice, beautiful. You are in the moment. You are the moment. This is your time. Positive change is on the way. Expansion, evolution, revolution. Be open to change. This is a great season. I keep hearing 10 weeks, by the way, so I'll try and bear that in mind, and if I can, I'll have a look at the calendar. Be open to change. This is a great season to let go of the past and take a big risk. The ancestral memory says, the powerful Egyptian goddesses and queens from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, Katesh, Nefertiti, Mahat, which is equivalent to Justice actually, Sekhmet, and Isis. I have to say those are all my favourites, and Nefertiti in that deck connects to Temperance as well, by the way. Right. Showed up for this Goddess Circle. Their unified power creates a portal of unlimited choices and transformations. The ancestral medicine says one thing about that Wheel of Fortune, it keeps turning. For some of your ancestors, it was difficult to feel joy for joy's sake. Heal their energy by celebrating your now. Learn what it feels like to revel in joy, pleasure, and fun just for the sake of it. The shadow aspect, if the card was reversed, it would be yikes, obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, which is that. Setbacks, misfortune, bad luck, things have not been going your way. Take a breath, don't make any sudden movements. The fates have not been on your side, but know that this too shall pass. Yes, you may be feeling a bit helpless right now, but remember that you're still in charge. And the tarot correspondent says, Wheel of Fortune, declaration, I'm a winner, baby. Frankly, I think that you've already passed that part, the obstacles, or you're wrapping it up at the very least. Again, that I'm getting 10 weeks. You've got a 10 here with the Wheel of Change. I keep wanting to say Wheel of Fortune because it's equivalent to that. 10 of Wands there. The ones you would usually be considered to be days. It feels like weeks to me. It could be between 10 days and 10 weeks that something happens. Bear with me. I'm just going to pause and look at my calendar to see if there's anything significant there in 10 weeks. Okay, Virgo, so the only thing that I could see was that it will be January in around about 10 weeks. And the one thing I remembered was that the North Node is going to change. So from what I can see on I've just quickly looked it up, and the date may vary depending on where you live in the world. It says the North Node. So the North Node will go into Pisces and Virgo on, well, not the North Node. The nodes will go into Pisces and Virgo on January the 11th, 2025. So the North Node will, oh dear, okay. Sorry to put it like that. The North Node will be in Pisces and the South Node will be in Virgo. The North Node is what we're going towards, and then the South Node is what we're leaving behind, isn't it? So that could be really significant for you. The North Node is currently in Aries and South Node is in Libra, and trust me, I have felt that. Aside from the whole Pluto thing as well, with Pluto being in Capricorn, yeah, I felt that Libra South Node. And I remember one thing fellow reader Jay from Aquarian Insight said to me when I had one of my readings with her, I think it was last year actually. She said there's something very humbling about having the South Node in your sun sign, and I felt that. So I don't know what that means for you, but that whole 10 weeks and the thing with the South Node going into your sign on the 11th of Jan could be highly significant for you. Feel free to let me know if you actually remember this reading at that point. Right, so let's continue. And I mean, as I say, I think that you're wrapping something up with the change and the 10 of Wands and justice there. And then with the fertile ground card, Mother of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, I believe it is. It's almost like once you wrap things up, it makes it fertile for something else. See the Pentacle, this is the future energy here. Pentacle there and Temperance. So this will be the advice, but Temperance is creative energy. As I said, it's Nefertiti in the African Goddess Rising deck, which is created by the same person who created this deck as well. See, that looks like progression. With Temperance and the 8 of Wands, it's creative energy and progression. What's under here? Yeah, it might be challenging, but there's potential there. Okay, so let's look at the Mother Earth card. So it says, what a time to be alive. Enjoy this moment. Be present. You bring home the bacon. Fry it up in a pan and then make love because you can. We see you. You are a generous and savvy person. Thought I didn't have my mic on then, of business and a natural cheerleader for others. Make sure you also take care of you as you continue to lead your community. So that particularly about leading your community, especially with a goddess circle there. Yeah, somebody could really be taking on that leadership energy. There's nothing specific here at present that I can see for that, but we'll see. You'll see what happens. So it also says, where are we? Okay, this gentle ancestor is warm, loving, healing Earth Mama energy, representing fertile abundance and wealth. Down to earth, generous, dependable, and supportive, she really has your back in matters of home and business. Possibilities are all around you. Feel the love, embody it, be sensible in your approach. And the ancestral memory says the Mother of Earth comes forward as Ajay, Yoruba goddess of collective community wealth and material manifestation. That Temperance and Ace of Pentacles, that looks like it could connect to manifestation to me, but yeah. Women of power are lovingly addressed as Ayami Ajay. This energy is about shared prosperity and well-being. This ancestor, so this is ancestral medicine, this ancestor loves her home. The Mother of Earth is fully grounded and never bored. How can you make your home a more loving and luxurious environment? So shadow aspect, if it was reversed, would be you are feeling ungrounded. Where are those feelings coming from? Someone is being selfish, shallow, and self-absorbed. Is it you? And the tarot correspondence is the Queen of Pentacles, and the declaration says all we do is win. So the thing about being ungrounded, that is a possibility here, or that may have been a challenge for you, or may become a challenge for you. But once you do become grounded, it's leading to positive change. And also thinking about the equivalent, the wheel of change as well with that, as I say, it's like, it's positive change, isn't it? Although it may be challenging, it leads to positive change. And it might, and as we say as well, when we go through these cycles in life, it's not quick. Like, as I was saying about that North Node, it's an 18-month process, with the North and South Node being in any sign. It's an 18-month process. So this could even, not to scare anyone, but this could be giving you like a heads up for what's going to be happening and kick-starting once that the North and South nodes move. And that could be what your next cycle is about, is creating more abundance and change. And that could be part of an 18-month process. So let's get some clarifiers out on these and have a look. I mean, as I said, with that 10 of Wands and Justice, it's wrapping something up. It's wrapping up a cycle, but it balances itself out somehow, or you balance it out by the end of it. So what else do we need to see as well? There you go, death. It's change, isn't it? It's the end of something and the start of something new. The Sun. I'm not mad at that. I am going to keep these that have gone there. Oh God, bear with me, see if I can get this without destroying the mic. Okay, the Sun for me is potential sometimes, and it feels like it here, especially with the Ace of Pentacles as well. So what else do we get? We get the Sun and the Moon together. And the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Let me get one more. So this would be the challenge with the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords. I mean, one thing I would say is get out of your head. If you are someone who overthinks, I mean, obviously if it's anxiety, that's harder to get out of your head with anxiety. You may, if you're not already doing it, you may have to allow yourself to be seen more in some way, shape or form to change things. So if you wanted to be more successful in a particular area, you need to put yourself out there more and be seen more. With the Moon and the Nine of Pentacles there, it also feels like, again, with that, something that's hidden. It could be your hidden potential, if I'm being honest with you, as well. Hidden potential. Let's get one for the Moon out of curiosity. Hierophant. Anything else? Because the Hierophant's like a cliffhanger to me sometimes. Restrictions. So what are are there any restrictions for you that you are not fully... I can hear a weird noise. I'm sorry about that, but okay. Yeah, I could hear just a really weird noise. I think somebody must be using machinery or something in the building. Yeah. Just try to be aware if there are any restrictions, and they would be physical or practical in your life, that you're not fully aware are holding you back. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of any thoughts that come in, anything specific that comes in with that. Yeah, I'll just say it. So for someone, a relationship could be holding you back, whether it is platonic, romantic, whatever. That could be holding you back, like a commitment to something. So it could be relationship related. It could be a job that's holding you back, or something else that you're committed to, and you feel bound almost to something, and you're just not, either you're not aware at all that it's holding you back, or you are aware but you're pushing it down, and you need, because this Nine of Pentacles for me can be freedom sometimes as well, and I have, yeah, with the Eight of Swords as well, it kind of is a need to be free, but you may feel like it's a struggle to free yourself from that. So yeah, it really could be for someone a job where it's just like, well, this is my security. If I let this go, then what the fuck am I going to do? You can't see a way out of it. Okay. So yeah, overall, so this is the main energy, by the way, like the focal point. 10 of Wands, it's letting go of the burdens to make things more fair, or anything that's kind of been holding you back. This is the past energy. We've got the 7 of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Let's see what the clarifiers say about that. I've heard the word defending your dreams. Someone may have had to defend their dreams or their aspirations or their ideals or how they feel even. Anything else? Something about compassion is coming in here, and I don't know if you're the kind of person where it's like you're always fighting everybody else's battles, but who backs you when you need help, or do you back yourself when you need help? But there might be something for one person there about fighting other people's battles. Do I want to? Oh God, that's too many. Yeah, that's too many. I'm not going to take all of that. Try that again. I'm also getting the term unnecessary battle as well. So there could be a bit of self-sabotage here somehow. But as I say, it's like, if it's unnecessarily defending something, why would that be? That thought has come in and I can't explain why that is. Is it possible that you've put yourself in a position where you're having to defend your dreams, but you shouldn't have to? Or to defend how you feel, or your ideals? And how would that work? How would that even work? I guess one example I can think of is where, where you always, okay, this again is relating to the, this is relating to that written message that I wrote as well. I think at the beginning of it, I said something about, oh God, what was it? What do you feel you have to do to prove, to achieve and show, to prove yourself to the world versus what you really care about? That's one example I can think of where it's like you're doing all this to show that you're successful or stable or whatever. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. Do you even give a shit about what you're doing? Because then it would be that you'd be putting yourself in a position, or if you, as I was kind of getting at, where you feel like you always have to explain yourself to others. And it's like, no, it's none of their damn business unless they're directly involved and invested in a situation with you. Why are you explaining yourself to anyone? Let me get one more here. There is something about support though as well, with that 2 of Cups, 5 of Swords showing up, and the 7 of Wands is there again. There needs to be some sort of different approach or different perspective here with that Hanged Man and the King of Swords. For someone, there really could be an element of self-sabotage where you're doing something that you don't actually need. Something feels unnecessary, like you don't need to be doing that, whether it's saying something, defending something, doing something. Something doesn't feel right here. And it could even be, like if you were in a relationship with someone who was kind of, this is an example, but it could actually be literal for someone who was really irresponsible, and you're always defending their behavior for them and to other people. And it's like, hang on a minute, they're a grown adult. Why are you defending them? Let them sort their own shit out. So that's something as well. Because the way that King of Swords is looking at the Hanged Man is like turned away from the 2 of Cups. So if it was a relationship, it would be that. It makes me think, what do you believe? I mean, I know we want, because the 2 of Cups for me, it's understanding, it's connection. We want to be understood. We want to be valued. We want to be respected by others. But sometimes you're not going to get that. And it's like, well, what's more important is to focus on what you believe and to assert that, rather than fighting anybody else's battles or defending your choices, feelings, etc. to other people. I mean, the Five of Swords for me sometimes as well can be a bit of that selfish by necessity energy because you're overgiving to others. Okay, I've spent loads of time on that one, that one set of cards. So let's move on. So that's past energy where, as I say, so overall, it's a defensive energy, but it might be unnecessary. Put that like that so it's not distracting. It might be unnecessary. And that can be where I mentioned the hiding something. That can be where something comes in as well. If you defend something, sometimes you're hiding the truth, aren't you? Or avoiding the truth, right? Seven of Swords, Three of Wands, yeah. It could, so this is a challenge. It could potentially be, again, connecting to that written message for the 29th of October, if you want to go back and look at that. Somebody could be avoiding what they really want. And I specifically use the word intentions in that written reading as well. It might be, the challenge might be to be honest with yourself, admit what it is you really want to achieve, what you really want to do, what you really want to achieve, what your true intentions, what you want your intentions to be, what you want to call in, what you want to manifest. The Eight of Cups is not here, but someone could be settling as well. Okay. Whether it is in work or in a relationship. So Seven of Swords, Three of Wands. We've got the Page of Wands. There's a need to be willing to take a risk to explore something new as well here. Something that you would really love, but you may fear disappointment with it, or that it could hurt you if you don't get it or if you do it. So again, if it was a relationship, say if you'd had a bad breakup, the thought of going into a new relationship, it's like, yeah, I would love to find someone, but I'm scared I'm going to get hurt again. Or it could be a career path that you want to pursue, but you're like, oh no, it's too risky. It'll break my heart if I can't get this right the way I want it to. But yeah, there's a need to be open to exploring something new, exploring a new path, something that your heart is in with that Lovers card there. And the words I'm getting with that Three of Cups, it just feels good. I know sometimes it can be about support, but it's just a feel-good energy with the Three of Cups there. So as I say, the challenge is to admit the truth to yourself about what you really want, what you really desire, and what really makes you feel good. And to try and let go of the fear as well, because you don't know unless you try to. So even if you do, it doesn't work out 100% how you want it to. You don't know if you don't try. So let's look at the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. That's an external influence. This reading relates so much to that written message that I did today. I should just post that and that's your message for the month, but no, I won't do that. So we've got the Seven of Cups here, where somebody's looking at the different perspectives and considering how they feel about something, if that dream is the dream they want to pursue. And then you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is a card of commitment. So again, I think I might have mentioned commitments here. If not, it's in the written tarot reading for the 29th. Whatever you're committed to, is it something that you really want to commit to, or is there something else that you prefer to commit to instead? Are you getting the fulfillment you want from a specific commitment, whether it be a relationship or something else? We've got the Empress. Does it feel abundant? Does it feel abundant? Does it make you feel happy? Is it what your heart really wants? We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Let's see what comes after that. We've got Temperance, we've got the Page of Swords. Are there opportunities for growth? Are there opportunities for learning? Does it feel balanced? Does it feel harmonious? Is it worth the effort? I mean, it would normally be the Seven of Pentacles that would ask if it's worth the effort, but it looks like it's something you're already putting effort in. But would you rather put that energy, because the Temperance card can refer to energy, would you rather put that energy somewhere else, to be honest? So whatever you're currently committed to, or whatever your current commitments are, does it feel worth it, or would you prefer to change things up? What is it that would give you the greatest sense of abundance, pleasure? It just feels like, yeah, I'm happy to be doing this and I'm learning, and it's just overall satisfactory and fulfilling. And again, that can refer to a relationship, because if you're in a relationship and it feels like it's not going anywhere, like it's a dead end, then you got a decision to make. So 8 of Swords and the 9 of Cups. Okay, yeah. 8 of Swords and 9 of Cups is what you need to be aware of. Are you holding yourself back from genuine satisfaction and pleasure in whatever your situation is? Do you feel like there's no way out, or limited even, like, oh, well, I can't get any better than this, so I might as well stick with it? King of Wands, that would be an energy where it's a bit of an I can't energy, isn't it? Because the King of Wands upright is the go-getter. He's going to do whatever the hell he's going to do to get whatever he wants. And then you've got the Two of Swords there, which is two truths. So it's a feeling of being a bit stuck and held back, really. But it's advising you that this is what you're doing yourself. Being held back, the Devil. Or does that represent another person as well who's putting pressure on you to keep hanging on to the burdens? The Ten of Wands is there again. Restricted movement. The Eight of Wands would be movement, but with all this energy, you can't move, can you? And again, with that song coming back in, it's coming back in, Don't Want to Be a Player No More. I did say it's not just about relationships. It can be anything where you're playing with something, but it doesn't really mean anything to you, like it's not purposeful. So again, that would be a way of holding yourself back, wouldn't it? It's like you're playing a game, but it's like, I don't even want to play the game. I'm just going through the motions of playing the game. Right, Ace of Pentacles. So that was what you need to be more aware of, where you're holding yourself back. Potential future energy, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Wands. So new opportunity as a future energy, but challenges with that Five of Wands. What is the challenge here? What is the challenge? What's the opportunity? Maybe the point is that for someone it will be that the opportunity is to face the challenge, to free yourself, to change things. If you are someone who has stuck with something for a very long time, persevered with something for a very long time, or you're quite rigid in something, the challenge might be to let loose a little bit and to be willing and open to trying something completely different, rather than sticking to what you've already known. So that could be the opportunity. If it's not a literal physical opportunity, it's just an opportunity to grow and deal with a challenge, and to change, to deal with change, to adapt to change. See a 10 again with that Wheel of Fortune, that 10 weeks, that yeah. And that does actually make sense, because Virgo energy, as I've said before, I know many Virgos and I love them all and I think they're all fantastic. But one side of Virgo energy is, it's a sense of duty, isn't it? There's an element of duty with Virgo, where Virgo can keep going and going and going and committing. I mean, like the Knight of Pentacles is known to be committed, but it can get to a point where it's not benefiting you anymore, you know, it's not serving you anymore. And then when do you call it quits and move on to something new, like wrap that cycle up and move on to something new? So with that, as I say, with the South Node going into Virgo, oh, okay, and the Knight of Cups under here is Pisces energy. So with the nodes changing, it's like going into Pisces energy is very much a dreamy, it's following your dreams, isn't it? And going into all that intuitive stuff and fantasy and feelings, basically, whereas Virgo's a lot more practical. So with the South Node in Virgo, it's kind of shifting, it's balancing things out, obviously, but shifting away from so much of the sense of duty and practicality and going into that whole, this is my dream and I'm going to pursue my dream and I'm going to pay more attention to my feelings and to the unknown. And actually, I'm really looking forward to this because I love Pisces energy. I think my North Node is Cancer in the 12th house. So I've got a lot of watery, intuitive, that kind of energy. And then that means that my South Node is in Virgo and, in Capricorn and the 6th house, which is Virgo. So you can imagine how that feels. It's a massive battle between feelings and practicality. But yeah, that's what I've dealt with for a very long time. Anyway, let's continue. You might want to look up your South and North nodes as well. I mean, you will feel the effect of the what happens with the nodes as a Virgo when it changes, but, you know, look up your individual nodes as well. That may help. So we've got 5 of Cups. Something about letting go, man. It might be a struggle to let go. We've got the Emperor, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. There's a desire here to be in control with that Temperate and the 10 of Pentacles, which it's not wrong. Obviously, we kind of want to be in control, but sometimes you have to be willing to take a risk with the 7 of Swords. So that might be the challenge. Again, I think I've kind of said it already, is to not fear what you could lose and be willing to take a risk, and that the challenge is to become more of a risk taker. Anything else with that? For someone, there could specifically be something about becoming their own boss with the Emperor and the 10 of Pentacles there, and that whole fertile ground and change. Someone could become their own boss. Someone could become very financially abundant, or have access to some mega resources that they're going to become in charge of using. Could someone win the lottery? Maybe. I don't know. But somehow there is the possibility of someone becoming in charge of some big resources. So if it's not that you become your own boss, you could get to a very high level in an organization or company. And it did say leadership somewhere, didn't it? Where was that again? Oh, it was oh wow, oh yeah, in here it spoke of leadership. It spoke more from the feminine perspective, but we've got the Emperor here as well, so the masculine energy as well. It doesn't really matter anyway, it's just energies we're talking about, not genders. So yeah, someone could become, there could be a leadership opportunity here as well, but there's still a need to kind of let go and probably be a bit less rigid if that's something that that impacts you or that you do. And then as your guidance, so we have Temperance and the 8 of Wands. And interestingly, so you've got fire here, you've got water. Well, actually it's both. Okay, they're both Sagittarius energy, actually. They're both Sagittarius energy, because Temperance is Sagittarius, although it's water. There is water here, but it's Sag. And the 8 of Wands is Sagittarius, connected to Sagittarius as well. So something could also be very significant for you about Sagittarius season as well. Okay, which is December to not December to January, November to December. There could be something significant for you there as well. But this to me, it's about using your energy. And there was another written reading I did. I think it would have been, I wouldn't remember the date now. It would have been last week, so around about the 25th, 26th, something like that, where the 8 of Wands showed up, and I specifically mentioned it was it Mercury in Sagittarius or something like that. But it's a go-getter, trailblazing type energy. Again, that's a risk taker, isn't it? Let's see. So it's about using your creative energy again. So we've got the Knight of Swords, the 4 of Wands, we have the 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. I swear, looking at that 2 of Pentacles again, it's making me think of risk. Well, you got the Hermit, so you're there. 10 of Cups, you're going to have to leave something behind to go off on a new path. One way or another. That's what I'm seeing here. There's a sense of truth and honesty with yourself here. Yes, you may already have a foundation, but it's like, what next? But again, it feels like leaving something behind. With that Five of Pentacles, it doesn't necessarily feel like you lose anything. It feels like you leave it behind as the Hermit to go off and pursue something more fulfilling. Okay, I'm going to get you a final card of advice from the Isis Oracle. So once the nodes change, things could get pretty dramatic for you. But as I say, there's a leaving behind of the burdens with that 10 of 10 of Wands, or anything that felt restrictive or dead end or anything like that. Right, final advice for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising for November 2024. So I'm giving you this message for November, but this feels like it's going to play out past, beyond November. So I don't know what could be happening in, oh yeah, Pluto coming out of Capricorn, that could play a role as well. But yeah, this feels like it's going to play out. Anyway, sorry. What else do we need to know for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising? Right. Oh, okay. Love this message for you. Right. Proper burial for freedom. I said you're going to have to leave something behind, didn't I? There, the death card's looking at me. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us. Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. What else can I say? I'm going to leave it there for you, Virgo. So again, I've talked about the written readings enough. If you want to see the one for the 29th or any of the others, you can go to the YouTube community page or Instagram to see that. Where necessary, I'll put a link in the description box. Again, personal readings, the link or info in the description box for that. But I hope November goes well for you. This feels really, really, really big for you. So if you feel like you want to keep me updated on what's happening, or, feel free to leave a comment. Other than that, I will see you again in a few weeks for the monthly reading, mid-month check-ins, and I'll probably do some shorts as well, some like 60-second shorts for like the full moon, for Pluto going into Aquarius. So just keep an eye out for that, and that would be on Instagram and YouTube as well. So until I see you again, why are you blurry? So I've been talking all this time and it's been blurred. That's quite frustrating. Okay, yep, until I see you again, take care.